The main opposition party, the PDP, has expressed worry over the readiness of the electoral empire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct a free and fair election in Edo come Saturday, September 19, 2020. Chairman of the party, Uche Secondus, who led a protest to the headquarters of INEC in Abuja on Thursday, expressed worry that the governorship contest may not be fair, insisting that this will create tension in the land.
We are worried because the country is in crisis. A crisis of the economy, crisis in the area of security. Virtually all facets of life of the nation is in crisis. And the only way out of all this crisis is to conduct free and fair election, which will at most reduce the tension in our country today. Let me also use this opportunity to call on the security agencies, especially the DSS and the Director General of DSS. We have been reliably informed that over 1,500 men and squad and special squad are on their way to Edo to carry out their lawful duties. We agree. But the past elections have shown that some of these officers, plainclothes, are used by APC to replace result replacement.
And we thought it wise to come here today to insist and demand that we have free and fair election. That is what the People's Democratic Party is requesting, demanding. We have had a lot of assurances, but at the same time, it is one thing to assure us, and it is another thing again for us to go and hear that something else is happening. So we do not know what you are going to tell us today, but Nigerians are watching. The international community is watching. People are concerned and worried about the way elections are being conducted in Nigeria. And we believe at this point in time, it is high time that the right thing is done. And that is why we have come here to demand nothing other than free, fair elections. I thank you so much.
Chairman of INEC, Yakubu Mahmood, who was represented by the officer in charge of election and party monitoring, Professor Antonia Simbine, while receiving their protest letter, called on the PDP to jettison fears, expressing its readiness to conduct an open and transparent election that will reflect the will of Edo people. Reacting to the development, a media advocacy network for APC, Progressive Media Organization PMO, described PDP's peaceful protest as a desperate effort to save its face from what it called impending disgrace that awaits it in the Saturday's governorship election. The organization, in a statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Peter Ioter, said the opposition party is frustrated that the rigging plans will be dismantled by the digitization of the electoral process, which has remained President Muhammadu Buhari's cardinal objective since he came to power. Mr. Ioter called on the people of Edo to reject the PDP and its candidate, Godwin Obaseki, whom he said has exhibited impunity, lawlessness, and utter disregard to the rule of law by his refusal to swear in members of the State Assembly elected on the platform of APC. The governorship candidates in Edo had recently signed a peace accord where they pledged to ensure a violent-free election. Sophia Diola, SGTV News, Abuja.